Over 3 years ago, I started day trading because of this one thing. In fact, I even dropped my entire fitness business just to pursue this one thing I knew nothing about. 3 years in, seeing success and going through constant failure, the real question is, did I make the right decision or not? I didn't wake up one day and just decide to become a day trader. In fact, I stumbled upon it after hitting one of the lowest levels in my life. But what started as a desperate attempt to change my situation and financial success turned into a career that has completely transformed how I live my life and how I value and view success and financial success. Today, I'm going to show you and share with you the raw, unfiltered story of how I started as a day trader, why, and where I'm currently at, and the lessons that got me here and where I'm currently at. So let me start. 3 years ago, I was in a situation I wouldn't wish upon anybody, but one of the main things that always kept me focused was I was always entrepreneurial. I was always looking to achieve financial success and success in my life. I never wanted to take the simple route or the traditional route. Go to college, get a job, got it. My focus was always to build something massive, and that's what I'm doing today. And though it may not be as massive as I want, it is growing. But here's how I got into day trading. One day, I remember the day like it was yesterday. It was around New Year's of 2020. Yeah, damn, that's crazy. It was around New Year's of 2020, and I was at my fiance's mother's house, and what I was doing was actually just relaxing, chilling, watching YouTube, and all of a sudden I get an ad, and this ad was like, I made $100,000 a day. And I was like, well, what is that? At that point in my life, I actually never heard anybody even making $10,000 in a day. So to hear somebody making $100,000, I needed to see what was going on. Throughout that night, I watched the webinar, seen that it was day trading, didn't really know what it was or how it was. It was stock options. I ended up paying $275 for it. Had some signals, was trying to take the signals, etc. And after a month, I stopped. I was trying to start a skill development basketball business. I was trying to do marketing on Instagram with Jason Capital. Now, the funny thing is, during this time, I was actually trying multiple businesses. I was trying to wholesale real estate. I tried to start a consulting brand with these IG guys who was like, hey, we got you. I tried to do everything. E-commerce was the main thing I did. So when I actually canceled my subscription to their signals after a month, because I was not about to pay $275, but I did figure if they were making crazy money, that $275 a month, I could just make back, but that wasn't the case. So what I essentially did was cancel that and focus on e-commerce. Over the course of that 7 months time during 2021, I actually learned a ton about e-commerce, building brands, all this kind of stuff, building websites, everything you could think of, conversion rates, all this, Facebook ads. I learned it all, and that was what I really wanted to do. When I started to see some success there, that all went downhill as well. Then once I seen that kind of falling off, and I'm like, listen, I don't have the capital to continue to do this. So essentially what I did was I got an IG, I took a leap with myself, 2K, and I tried to start a consulting business, which will allow me to consult people as a fitness trainer, which I was already doing social media with fitness, but that shit went down the drain quick. And one thing that this guy said on our first call, it was funny. He said, I don't want you to start this and just stop it. I don't want you to run into the shiny object syndrome. I don't want you to be over here starting social media marketing or day trading or any of these kinds of things. And when he said day trading, it sparked something in me. I was just like, nah, I already tried that, but it was stuck in my head. Then one day I actually seen somebody turn $26 into 4K overnight from earnings report, and that got me hooked. I got into a group, and from there, that's how I got into day trading. But essentially, it all started from one ad that just said, hey, you can, in my eyes, he said, hey, I made $100,000 a day, but in my head, it said, hey, I have unlimited access to finances, to money. I can get it when I want, how I want, and that's what I wanted. I wanted that control. I wanted that independence, and that's what I'm here to give you. Now, I know that's a long story, but let me tell you, at first, it wasn't good. I was taking signals. I'm not that kind of person. I'm very, very controlled. Like, I like to control every aspect of my life. The reason why I'm always learning is because I like to understand what the hell is going on around me. So after 3 months of taking signals from October 21 to December 28th, 2021, I said on the 1st of January 2022, I'm day trading. That's what I'm going to be successful at. And from that point, I started self-educating. But that self-education came simply from YouTube University. If you watch my channel, you know that I watch YouTube University like it was no tomorrow. 12 to 16 hours a day, going crazy while working, doing everything. While I was working, I was listening to this, trying to understand how to read charts, everything. But essentially, the common pitfalls that I fell into was I was just over risking. I didn't even know what risk management was. I didn't even have a true strategy. I was still trying to be confident in taking my own trades after taking signals forever. I was studying supply demand. I didn't know how to read the higher time frame. All these things happened. So essentially what I did was I found ICT and I found Phantom FX. Somebody sent me a Phantom FX course, and that course changed everything. I will watch that now. That was my focus. I would learn from them. And then everything that I couldn't understand from them, I would go to ICT and I would learn the technicals and really deep dive into the charts. And what I did during that time was start a Discord group. We had almost 300 members in that group, had a couple mentees under me, but I wasn't making true money yet. So essentially I had to stop that group. And the reason I did is because I was helping people a ton, but I needed to focus on me. I needed to build myself up. So fast forward to last year, I started diving into books. I started understanding, I started getting more relaxed, opening personal accounts, passive fundings, things like that. Not really focusing on what the result was. Of course, I'm very result oriented and it bothered me. And that's still something I need to work on. But overall, I was a lot better. All those common things that I had back tested. I had a strategy that was proven. I have collected data. I have winning trades. I didn't have a journal, and that's one thing that hindered me. But all these books started to teach me certain things about myself and certain things about the market and what I could do. ICT, Phantom, those videos blessed me, but also they confused me a lot. So I had to take both of those strategies, take what I liked from it, what I wanted to see, what I knew I could stick to, build that into a checklist, a plan, map it out, manage my risk, which is something I'm still curating to this day, and then go from there. And then now I'm starting to see tons of breakthroughs. Now I'm starting to see more profits. Now I'm starting to pass fundings with ease. I'm not worried about certain things. I'm just trading my plan now, and I'm keeping it very, very simple. I don't want to make this video so super long, but if I could tell you everything that I went through as a trader, everything that I've done, it would be a lot. But in 2023, I actually took the entire year off. Essentially, when I moved to Texas, that kind of stopped me from doing what I needed to do. And yeah, I took 9 months off, but I was still looking at the charts. I just wasn't on it consistently. I wasn't back testing and things like that. I was collecting data, but I was just on and off and not really focused on what I really needed to do. So what kept me going? Well, of course, it was money and the opportunities that I had, but it wasn't just money. It was the freedom. It was the ability to have something and be a professional at something. It was the ability to continue to determine what I would make, to determine how much success I could achieve. I'm in full control, and it's something I love to do. One of the reasons I hate working 9 to 5 is because I don't want to listen to nobody else. I like to control what I'm capable of. And knowing that my success was solely dependent on me, it just allowed me to plow through. It allowed me to be resilient. It allowed me to focus up and fix what I needed to, figure out what I needed to fix, which was, it took me a while, understand that. But if you stick to it, it's definitely something that could change your life. It hasn't completely changed my life yet, but I know it will. And that's why I'm here to tell you that it will for you as well. You just need to be resilient. You need to be disciplined. You need to focus up, figure out that thing you're trying to avoid, figure out the thing that you know you need to do, but you haven't done yet, and execute on it. And one of the main things that I love about trading is I always knew that I could give back to people. I always knew that I could teach people because I love to talk. I love to explain things to people. I love to take in information and the learning that I had and provide other people with it. So just having this YouTube channel and being able to talk to all the family out there when it comes to trading, these things are very good for me and they are good for others. When you actually learn something, you implement it, and then you teach it, you retain 90% of that information. So understanding that a long time ago, I knew that, wow, I'm learning this really, really quick. Maybe it's because I'm teaching, which allowed me and forced me to say, hey, I need to start a YouTube. And starting this YouTube, now I'm able to give back and do what I want to do and build a massive brand. So what I need you to do is drop a like below so we can expand our brand, so you could get more understandings, more lessons, so we can reach more people like you who are trying to grow, and hit the subscribe button because we do have a goal to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we appreciate that. As I mentioned before, day trading hasn't completely changed my life financially, but is well on its way, and I knew that I wouldn't only be able to help others, but I will be able to help myself, and here's how. Listen, if you're here to start day trading or you're kind of thinking on it, listen, it's not easy, it's not a quick fix, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's something that you really need to craft your skill set. It's something that you need to craft your character. Build the character traits that'll help you and allow you. That's something I just figured out. Nobody was able to tell me that, and that's why I'm here to tell you that, because I spent a ton of time on the charts, but did not spend a ton of time on self-mastery and making sure that I was developing. So when I say it's not easy, it's not. But if you are willing to put in the work, if you are willing to strive, if you are willing to go day in and day out, show up consistently, be disciplined when it comes to what you need to do, and execute on the 20% 20% of things that get you 80% of results, you will be successful. And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. So don't focus on the outcome. I got into that habit a lot, and now I'm more focused on the journey and what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. What am I focusing on a day-to-day basis? Focus on that, trust your process, and you will succeed. Now, real quick, pay attention because these things will help you. The number one thing is keep your damn goals to yourself. My fiance always tell me, shut the hell up, keep it to yourself, and just execute. Lead by example, not by what you talk about. Understand that. Number two, focus on building high-value relationships and character traits. When I say high-value relationships, get around people who are successful. Get around people who want to see you succeed and who support you. And then when it comes to building character traits, discipline, resilience, work ethic, being able to stick to a plan, how to build systems, being system oriented, not focusing on the outcome. These are things that you want to focus on. These are things that you want to build. Understand that 20% of the game is charts. 80% is the mentality. So you need to focus on that 20%. Go study the charts. Go learn the charts. But 80% of the game and winning is built up here. It's won up here. Think of a general. For example, I read a book and I don't remember. I think it was Ulysses S. Grant. He said that he used to win the wars in the back room before he even stepped on the battlefield or anybody went out there and did what they did, made America great. You feel me? He won in the back war room. He focused on the process. He won up here. He seen it. He visualized it. He worked on it. He systemized it. And people think it was impressive, but he was just following the system. The next thing is you need to read a ton of books that will help you self-develop and focus on who you are and how you are. And then also get a mentor. If you want to do it the slow way, you don't got a ton of money, read books. That's something that I'm doing currently, and that's something I'm gonna continue to do. But also, if you have some money to invest a little bit or a lot of it, find you a good mentor, either as one-on-one or as a group, and you can have direct access to that specific person. The next thing is have a technical perspective. Understand the technicals, understand those charts, like really understand what's going on. Don't just go out there and BS it. Have a checklist, have a plan, have a system that you follow and stick to it. Which leads me to my next point, is stick to one strategy. You don't need multiple. You need one thing that works, that gets you consistent money. You follow that and you go from there. The next thing is the most important on the list besides journaling. That's coming up later, and you need to manage risk. Manage your risk. No matter what you do, always understand that you need to think about not what you can make, but what you can lose. Accept that loss beforehand. Take the trade, follow your plan, and whatever happens, happens. Another thing you need to do is trade 1 to 2 pairs max. If you trade futures, I trade NAS or US 30, mostly NAS. Very simple. Keep it very, very simple. And the last thing you need to do is journal your damn trades. Just journal. Emotional performance, technical performance. Journal everything that you can so you can understand what you did wrong, what you did right, why, how you're gonna fix it, and how you're gonna execute on the things that you did right at a higher level. And the last thing, man, just have fun. All right, just have fun with it. Enjoy yourself while you trade. Trust the process. The journey is just as important as the destination. Listen, if you found my story inspiring or relatable or anything like that, drop a comment, leave a like, and remember, we have a goal to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I want you to be a part of the family, so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, show some love so you can become a professional trader with professional profit.